Derek Draper funeral. Kate Garraway's Good Morning Britain co-stars arrive as she lays husband to rest. Kate Garraway's husband Derek Draper died last month, with the Good Morning Britain star announcing the tragic news to fans. Father of two, Derek endured a grueling 4-year health battle after contracting COVID in March 2020. Kate Garraway's husband Derek Draper will be laid to rest today, with famous faces from the worlds of politics and entertainment paying their respects at his funeral. Good Morning Britain presenter Kate, who announced Derek's death last month in a heartbreaking statement, and her two children Darcy and William will be supported by friends and loved ones as they say goodbye to the beloved husband and father who died at the age of 56 in January. Kate's co-stars Susanna Reid and Ben Shepherd were among the first to arrive at the service, which Kate has also invited members of the press to attend, in Primrose Hill, northwest London. Richard Madeley and Charlotte Hawkins were also seen at the church alongside former GMTV host Fiona Phillips, who was a close friend of both Kate and Derek. The funeral comes almost 1 month after the dad of two died holding Kate's hand after an agonizing 4-year battle to recover from COVID-19. Speaking on Instagram on the day of Derek's passing, Kate wrote, "Rest gently and peacefully now, Derek, my love, I was so lucky to have you in my life." A source close to Kate claimed the planning of the former political lobbyist's funeral had been extremely painful, but everyone was determined to ensure the day itself will be a joyous celebration of a wonderful man. Kate's GMB co-star and close friend Ben Shepherd arrived at the North London church to pay his respects on Friday. Ben has supported Kate and her family during their 4-year-long ordeal. After Derek's death, Ben paid a heartfelt tribute to the former lobbyist Derek. The 49-year-old wrote on social media, "On what has been the saddest of days at Garraway, I have been reminding myself of the wonderful times and memories we have all shared together. This is how I'll always think of Derek, bringing you so much joy. Your smile says it all, the size of which is matched only by his love for you, Darcy and Bill. Sending all our love, Kate, to you and all the family." Susanna Reid is first of Kate's co-stars to attend. Kate Garraway's co-star and close friend Susanna Reid has arrived for the funeral in support of the presenter. After Derek's death, Kate paid tribute to him in a post shared on Instagram. She said, "Our whole hearts are with you all at Garraway and Derek's family." Susanna also sent a message to Kate on her post, as she told her friend and colleague, "Our whole hearts are with you all." How did Derek Draper die? Derek first contracted COVID-19 in March 2020. The psychologist and author experienced many health struggles as a result of the coronavirus and was continuously admitted to the hospital, with Kate later caring for him at home all while sharing updates on his health journey with fans. His cause of death has not yet been confirmed, but Kate announced he was critically ill after suffering a cardiac arrest in early December. The news had come as a horrendous shock to Kate, who had been planning a family Christmas with her husband before his sudden decline. "I'm sad to have to tell you all that my darling husband Derek has passed away. As some of you may know, he has been critically ill following a cardiac arrest in early December, which, because of the damage inflicted by COVID in March 2020, led to further complications," Kate announced after his death. "Derek was surrounded by his family in his final days, and I was by his side holding his hand throughout the last long hours and when he passed. I have so much more to say, and of course, I will do so in due course, but for now, I just want to thank all the medical teams who fought so hard to save him and to make his final moments as comfortable and dignified as possible. Sending so much love and thanks to all of you who have so generously given our family so much support. Rest gently and peacefully now, Derek, my love, I was so lucky to have you in my life." Who is likely to attend Derek Draper's funeral? Many of Kate's Good Morning Britain co-stars are expected to attend the funeral this afternoon to support her and her family. Ben Shepherd, Susanna Reid and Ranveer Singh are among the stars supporting Kate. Her co-host and friend Ben spoke about her numbness of grief 1 week after Derek's passing on GMB. He said the clocks have stopped for the mum of two, and said she had moved to the next stage of grief. Ben said, "She said she's sort of in a strange bubble of her own numbness of grief. Billy and Darcy are hunkering down together. Her amazing mom and dad are just remarkable. She's got all the right people around her. She wanted everybody to know she will be back as soon as she can. Others expected to attend are ITV's Lorraine Kelly and former GMB presenter Piers Morgan, who has been by Kate's side over the years. Who paid tribute to Derek Draper following Kate Garraway's announcement? Derek's death sparked an outpouring of tributes from some pretty big names, including the last two Labour Prime Ministers. Sir Tony Blair issued a statement saying, "I am so sad to hear the news about Derek. My heart goes out to Kate and their children William and Darcy. It is extraordinary and remarkable that Derek survived so long after the ravages of COVID. And that was in large measure due to the love Derek had for his family and they for him. This also says something very special about Derek. He was a tough, sometimes ruthless political operative, a brilliant advisor and someone you always wanted on your side. But underneath that tough exterior, he was a loving, kind, generous and good-natured man you wanted as a friend. He was an important part of the new Labour story, at the centre of things right at the beginning. But most important of all, he was a good colleague and great friend. And we will miss him deeply." Gordon Brown, Blair's successor, described Derek as multi-talented in a tribute shared on Twitter, X. The Scottish politician wrote, "So sad that after such a brave struggle Derek Draper has lost his life as a result of COVID. I will remember him as brilliant, creative and multi-talented, and our thoughts are with Kate, Darcy, and Billy. R.I.P. Derek." How did Kate Garraway break the news of Derek Draper's death? Captioning a picture of her late husband on Instagram on 5 January, Kate was the one to break the news of her husband's death. Derek's passing followed the former lobbyist spending his last Christmas in hospital after suffering from a heart attack earlier in the month. "I'm sad to have to tell you all that my darling husband Derek has passed away," Kate wrote on Instagram last month. As some of you may know, he has been critically ill following a cardiac arrest in early December which, because of the damage inflicted by COVID in March 2020, led to further complications. Derek was surrounded by his family in his final days and I was by his side holding his hand throughout the last long hours and when he passed. I have so much more to say, and of course I will do so in due course. But for now I just want to thank all the medical teams who fought so hard to save him and to make his final moments as comfortable and dignified as possible. Sending so much love and thanks to all of you who have so generously given our family so much support. Rest gently and peacefully now Derek, my love, I was so lucky to have you in my life. Who was Derek Draper? Derek, who was born in Chorley, Lancashire, started his political career while studying at the University of Manchester. He provided hospitality for Ken Livingstone, who had missed his train after a Labour club meeting and needed accommodation for the night. He officially began his political journey in 1990 as the constituency secretary for Nick Brown. Derek also worked as a researcher for Peter Mandelson, the then MP for Hartlepool. In 1996, he became a director of a lobbying firm called GPC Market Access. Derek also worked as the political editor of the Modern Review and hosted a show on talk radio. He wrote a column for the Daily Express and authored 2 books, Blair's 100 Days and Life Support. After leaving politics, Derek retrained as a psychotherapist, earning an MA in clinical psychology. Kate and Derek tied the knot in 2005 and went on to welcome 2 children into the world together, daughter Darcy and son Billy.